This book is called Queen of Physics: How Wu Qian-Xiang Helped Unlock the Secrets of the Atom by Teresa Robertson. In China, in the small town of Liyue, the Wu family celebrated the birth of a child. The child was a girl. So it looks like that's the child. A girl. What would become of her? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it'll have something to do with the atom? Let's see. In those days, girls were not sent to school, not considered as smart as boys, and certainly not encouraged to be scientists. But Mama and Baba Wu did not feel that way. They believed girls should go to school and could become anything they wanted to. They knew their daughter would be smart and brave, that she would make a difference in the world. Baba named her Qian-Xiang, which means courageous hero. So that's Qian-Xiang. And look, she caught a fish. Even before Wu Qian-Xiang arrived in the world, Baba had quit his job as an engineer and opened a school just for girls. Mama wore out her shoes trudging to every house in Liyue to urge families to educate their daughters. Does this, guys, remind you of any book that we read previously? This reminds me of Malala's Magic Pencil, because her dad owned a school too, and it was for girls. So when Qian-Xiang was ready, a school was waiting for her. Baba was the principal and Mama was the teacher, teaching little girls to read and write and count. Baba and Mama were courageous too, as they showed their daughter the way. So there they all are in school. Soon enough, Qian-Xiang had learned everything she could from her parents' school. She knew how to count and to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. She knew how to read and write hundreds of Chinese words, and with their little strong dots and angled lines and wispy tails. So those are Chinese letters. Qian-Xiang was ready for more. But in the 1920s, the next closest girls' school was in the city of Suzhou, 50 long miles of bumpy, dusty country roads. She would have to live there, far away from her family, and could only go home for winter and summer vacations. Mama wept, Baba worried, but they knew their daughter had to brave the world to grow. Qian-Xiang knew it too, so off she went. So there she goes. So it looks like Mama's sad. She's probably nervous. The school offered 2 programs, teacher training and academic. Qian-Xiang picked the free teacher training program, but she peeked into the academic program textbooks and saw that they covered so much more. So look at all those textbooks. Science wasn't just science, it was biology and chemistry and physics, all connected by the lovely language of mathematics. And oh, physics. Physics, the study of the very matter and energy around her. The study of things that could be seen or felt, heat, sound, light, electricity, and motion. And of the things too minuscule to be seen or felt, atoms and even tinier parts of atoms. Physics captured her heart. So there's the atom and lots of other things with physics. During the day, Qian-Xiang attended her own classes. At night, she studied the academic textbooks she borrowed from friends. She called it self-learning. It was a habit she would keep up for the rest of her life. Her classmates noticed that Qian-Xiang worked extra hard and was not afraid of challenges. They asked her to be their leader in the underground group to fight against the government. Citizens were not allowed to say what they wanted. If they supported the wrong political party or said the wrong thing, or happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, they would be punished. By the government, by the warlords, by the rich and powerful foreigners who lived there. The students wanted someone brave to lead them. They asked Qian-Xiang, what would she do? What could she do? What do you guys think she'll do? Do you guys think she'll do it? Let's see. Baba had named her courageous hero. She would live up to her name. With her days full of classes, homework, secret studying on her own, and leading student protests and strikes, Qian-Xiang had little time to miss her family. The years flew by. Now 17 years old, she graduated with top grades. It would have been easy to go home, but she took the harder path and traveled to Nanjing, 3 times farther from home than she had ever gone before, to attend the National Central University, where she immersed herself in her favorite subject, physics. So there she goes. She's on the train. She's going to go to university. Once again, her hard work and determination made her a leader among the students. Wu Qianqiang led the march to General Chiang Kai-shek's headquarters, where she and her classmates urged the government to resist Japanese invaders just before the start of World War II. Like a seed that must fly far to flourish, Qianqiang set forth once more in 1936, this time to Berkeley, California, thousands of miles across the ocean. So there she is on a boat going across the ocean. She was going to continue to study the physics of atoms. Scientists understood atoms, but not completely. If people knew how atoms split, they could use them in new inventions and technologies, and maybe even doctors could use them to help treat sick people. She focused on beta decay, where a nucleon inside an atom broke into an opposite nucleon, an electron or positron, and a neutrino. It was like opening one present and getting 3 instead. That sounds good. After California, Qianqiang went to Columbia University in New York, where she continued to explore beta decay. She was careful. She was precise. She conducted experiment after experiment until she had a deeper understanding of beta decay than just about anybody else. Her reputation grew, and physics who couldn't solve their own problems came to her for help. Scientist Enrico Fermi said that electrons should have had faster speeds when they burst out of the neutron during beta decay. He couldn't prove it. Nobody could. But Qianqiang could. Because she understood beta decay so well, she knew what to look for. Because she was such a careful researcher, she was able to run a difficult experiment that proved Fermi right. Many people thought that Qianqiang should have won the Nobel Prize for this work, but she did not receive it. When two physicists, Yang Chengning and Li Sung Dao, questioned something many scientists believe, that nature did not distinguish between right or left, a concept of symmetry called parity, they asked Qianqiang to investigate. Because she had worked on parity and beta decay, she knew just what to do. To focus on the project, she even canceled a trip to China, a rare chance to see her parents for the first time since she had left home for the United States. I would miss my parents. Would you guys miss yours? Her hard work paid off. Her results proved them right. For this, Yang and Li, but not Qianqiang, won a Nobel Prize. Another two physicists, Richard Feynman and Murray Gell-Mann, asked her to check their hypothesis, which is an educated guess about something that you think might happen. And you run an experiment to figure out whether or not your hypothesis is true. About a special expression of beta decay. In her usual thorough way, Qianqiang ran experiments and confirmed their idea. Many scientists praised her for this important finding, yet, for the third time, she did not receive the Nobel Prize. Sometimes Qianqiang did not get the job she wanted either, because she was a woman, because she was Asian. Was she sad? Yes. Was she disappointed? Often. Was she discouraged? Occasionally. But she did not let those feelings stop her from doing what she loved, because Baba always said, ignore the obstacles, just put your head down and keep walking forward. There was only one obstacle she could not overcome. Because of World War II, the political unrest in China afterwards, and her focus on her work, Qianqiang was not able to return to see her parents before they died. My heart was breaking, she wrote to a friend when she could not attend Baba's funeral. Still, in her new home in the United States, Qianqiang continued on her courageous path, and she fought against prejudice against women and Asians, and became such an exceptional physicist that the Smithsonian Magazine called her the First Lady of Physics Research, and Newsweek declared her the Queen of Physics. And that is how a small girl from a faraway village in China went to school, proved herself as smart as any boy, learned to be a scientist, and even became a queen. The end.